Welcome to the final episode of TEW Toxic before Jingle Bell Rock, held in front of a not sold out crowd of 4,553 people in the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Arena. We start off the show with Ring of Honor star Rocky Romero taking on Myron Reed, and about to have a decent reaction from the crowd with subpar wrestling. Myron Reed defeated Rocky Romero in 12-1 by pinfall of a Sky Walker, who might be a little bit injured due to Shane Strickland, but he's still winning. Rocky Romero getting a 50, Myron Reed getting a 48, benefiting off that hot new move, whatever it may be. Both of them were inconsistent. I usually say this like twice, I think. So yeah, same reign of 50. Same reign of 44 in a terrible match. Alex Shelley defeated Chase Owens, that's the name. Chase Owens in 10:47 by pinfall with a WA4. Alex Shelley getting a performance of a 50. Chase Owens getting a 31. And Alex Shelley was inconsistent. It's not even like noon yet, and I'm messing up on names. So, yeah, I'm blanking and I'm getting hold to read. You know. Post-match, same reign of 41 as actually celebrating the investments, run out and try to take him down. They get a few good shots on him, beating him down a 2-on-1, and then Trey Miguel, if they ever have a full throttle, runs out to the ring to even things out, saves his partner ahead of the pay-per-view tag team match. It's basically the little thing. A lot of this stuff is more just like build up to the pay-per-view because, you know, go-home show. It's nothing really that eventful happens on the go-home show usually. Mainly it's next pay-per-view time. Woo! Yeah, and I couldn't think of what else to do for this. I just put this little segment in. Same reign of 46, a promo with Brian Pillman Jr. Of course, for the last month, he was trying to get Hiroshi Tanahashi to face him for the New Japan United States title. Last week, he finally accepted, and the match has been made official. Brian Pillman Jr. is ungratefully overwhelmed and is incredibly honoured for this opportunity to face one of the greatest of all time, but promises to take the New Japan Pro Wrestling United States title. You know, it might have been a little bit lucky, you know, but he's finally here. He's finally at this point. He's not going to let it get rushed to the wayside. He's going to take advantage, and he's going to defeat Tanahashi this Saturday in order to win the New Japan title. Ooh. It's a very interesting match, really. Yeah, this I have fully decided whether I want Tanahashi to win, which is probably going to happen, or Pillman to win. Whatever happens, Pillman's probably going to get a good rub out of it, so. Second reign of 50 in a poor match. Timothy Thatcher defeated Griff Garrison in 13:39 by submission with the Thatcher stretch. Griff Garrison getting a 37, Timothy Thatcher getting a 56. And Garrison was penalised for inconsistency. Of course, Pillman up there on the ringside, you know, trying to support his partner, but his partner failing. Ooh. Interesting stuff. Second reign of 49, basically just like a hype, you know, package for the pay-per-view. You know, basically just, you know, like going over the matches real quick. Of course, we have Samoa Joe versus Jeff Cobb, Tanahashi versus Brian Pillman Jr., Jonathan Gresham versus Shane Strickland, Bryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels. Of course, we also have the tag match Full Throttle versus The Investment. Those are the 5 matches. So I don't have to add an extra match. All 5 matches are already set in stone. Yeah, get in. It's going to be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to this. Then May 57, just the further, you know, get Samoa Joe ready, and about to have a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Samoa Joe defeats Fred and Fred in a 2-on-1 handicap match in 13:08 when Joe pins Fred Rosser with a muscle buster. Carried the match as an in-ring performance with a 69. Fred Rosser was the weak link with a 5-3. Fred Yeti getting a 45. both of them having the tag team specialist bonus. Back up a little bit. Samoa Joe, declined physical ability, which makes sense. Fred Yeti, inconsistent. And then Fred Rosser, inconsistent, and also declining physical ability. So both of them. Yeah, this is actually looking a little fun match to get Samoa Joe ready for the pay-per-view, so I don't have anything else I can do properly, fully with the Destruction Crew. However, I forgot to put there. However, for this match, Jeff Cobb would be on commentary, and then post-match afterwards, 7:55 as Jeff Cobb is getting up, he's eyed his opponent, Samoa Joe, gives him a death glare from the ring, and basically mouths, that was your warning, see you Saturday. As Cobb just stares him down and then leaves. It's like, ooh. Nice, so, to be honest, the story, I think I'm running through this a little bit fast, but the story's actually been a little bit more coherent. Nice. Good for me, at least. And also, I'm still really excited about this. I'm excited about the show for some. There's great matches on this show. The show in real life would do fucking beautifully. Segment 49, a promo with Jonathan Gresham and Sean Waltman. Nice little, it's another just promo, hyping the pay-per-view, Gresham is ready to give out the pure revenge. He gave out a little bit last week when he returned after a few weeks off. And then on the pay-per-view, he's going to make sure to give out the full dosage of revenge. Strickland tried to take him out, take out the champion, so then he could have just gotten the title shot and then have to face Gresham. However, Gresham is here, and he's going to make sure that Strickland regrets ever trying to take him out. Basically. It's only 46, the music room to hype up Hiroshi Tanahashi. Of course, there might be, you can make viewers, you don't know who Hiroshi Tanahashi is. They might not watch Japan stuff. His popularity is lower in America than Japan, so I'm gonna have to, give a little intro package to Hiroshi Tanahashi, which is what they should have done with Jay Lethal in AEW, because, probably some people didn't know who Jay Lethal was. So, it would have been better if you gave him a little introduction to people who knew why they should give a shit about Jay Lethal. Segment 56 in a decent match. Trey Miguel facing the member of the investment that isn't in the tag match in Shane Strickland. In a decent match, he defeats Shane Strickland in 13:52 by pinfall with a Yoshi Tonic, following interference from Jonathan Gresham, getting a little bit extra bit of revenge before the pay-per-view. Overall segment of 56, Shane Strickland and Trey Miguel both getting a 53. Shane Strickland was inconsistent. And then post-match, Gresham's interferes, cost Shane Strickland the match before the pay-per-view. And, to get a little bit extra revenge, he goes and grabs a chair from ringside. And he goes into the ring. Shane's looking up at him. He's please, come on, man. This is too far, man. I'm sorry. It's too far. And Gresham gets a couple good whacks in before Strickland rolls out of the ring. He stumbles to the floor. He's on his ass looking up at Gresham in the ring with the chair in the hand. The pay-per-view match will not be a hardcore match or anything, but, Gresham just wanted to get a little bit extra revenge, by weaponizing him. A little bit extra, Yeah. There you go, so later 59 to end off the show. We have the confrontation between ICW World Heavyweight Champion Bryan Danielson and former AEW star, now free agent in Christopher Daniels, which is that extra essence of will he win? Because now that he's not a member of AEW because his contract ran out, he is able to sign to other places. And currently, he is only signed to us via a loan. So after that loan expires, we are able to fully sign him, which then means that you could potentially, see him, more often on the show. So you could actually have more of a chance of winning now, because I could sign him. And then it's just like a back and forth promo, kind of shoot style, Yeah, it's similar to the contract signings, but it's not really the contract signings, Because Brian had a contract signing for Silver and EC3, and I didn't want to do the exact same something. I'm doing something that's technically the same, but also different in this. You get it. You get it. Yeah, this match, I imagine it's gonna, based on the match with Daniels versus Silver, and Silver's main performance is lower than Danielson's. I have high hopes for this main event. I think this main event's gonna do really well at the pay-per-view. So, it's gonna be pretty interesting to say that. It's gonna be interesting at least. Same rate of 55. Yikes, we dropped down a little bit there. Not exactly the greatest way to, for the go-home show. Of course, I don't really care about the overall rating. It doesn't matter. The show notes are always the same as usual, because they never change, because I'm always, consistent by shows, mostly. They stay in that same range. That's what I mean. So the next episode of ICW will be Jingle Bell Rock, the December pay-per-view, which that's gonna be pretty interesting. That's gonna be a little bit of entertainment. I will see you guys then. Until then, I'm good at words. Anyway, take care.